Alright, hi guys, welcome to my local SEO presentation. I'm just going to talk about the top methods I use to rank my clients' websites for local search results rather than bigger national ones. As you can see, I've completely stolen an American image from here, but it looked pretty good, so we'll carry on. Alright, just a quick intro about me. My name is Tom Buckland. I've been doing SEO for about 5 years now and about 6 months just on a freelance basis. You can find me at ghostmarketing.co.uk. This is like my SEO services front. Then I have a blog, seooasis.co.uk. All my contact information will be on the final slide if you have any questions or... Anyway, moving on. So getting started, what the hell is local SEO? So local SEO is promoting your business via search engines inside relevant city parameters. For example, if you are looking for an archery centre and you live in Exeter, or your results are already personalised to Exeter, aka your IP address, or you're logged into your Google Gmail account, anything like that, you're not going to want to show up anything like archery Edinburgh, because there's no, although it's semi-relevant, there's no locational parameters. You can't physically move your location. Instead, if someone's searching for archery in Exeter and you show up, this would be a super targeted lead. Targeted lead? Anyone? No? Okay, moving on. So you have very specific ranking aims. You have ranking aims by city, town, county, but apart from that, there's no real benefit to your business being ranked for the UK term. And it's not worth it competition-wise either. For example, if you were a lawyer in Salisbury, which is where I'm recording this video from now, you're not going to want to rank for the word lawyer in google.co.uk because you'll spend tens of thousands of pounds paying someone to do that, and it won't be worth it unless you have top-end clients that are paying you over £100,000 per case. Then maybe it is, but apart from that, you just want to keep it specific, keep it local. So if someone's searching for a Salisbury lawyer, if you come up, boom. If they're searching for lawyer, doesn't matter. We don't want them as a client. Okay, so why and who? So why local SEO first? This is because either you have a physical location, so you can't just pick up your business and move to a different city, aka you have a premises, or you have a restricted locational target audience. For example, if you're a tutor charging maybe £20–25 per hour and you live in, let's say, Cardiff, chances are you wouldn't be willing to drive more than 30–45 minutes, maybe up to an hour, outside of your target area, as you're just slashing your profit margins. And it wouldn't be worth it for you to target customers in London, even Bristol, because you want to be super targeted to Cardiff and those surrounding areas and have a really good reputation. Then maybe you can increase your hourly rate, get more clients, and that's how to build it, not from expanding your target area. Who are we targeting? So who is our target market when it comes to local SEO? It's not just people in the area. This is something some people get wrong. They say, my area only gets 100–200 searches per month and I know everyone that lives here. Small cities do have that sort of problem. It's not just people in your area. It's simply people looking for your business type in your area. An example I always use is, say if you were on a long weekend in Dublin and on a lad's holiday and Dave smashed his tooth in you. First thing you're going to search for is not going to be a bar. You're not going to be like, oh, fuck it, unless you're that drunk. They're going to be searching for an emergency dentist. So, emergency dentist, Dublin. And probably they're going to click on the first result they see because your friends are a bit worried, a bit sort of dubious. They don't know any good dentist. They're just going to go on the first one, the most relevant result. This dentist just made a sale within minutes just from being targeted here. I don't know what emergency dentists charge, maybe £500, £1,000 for a tooth fixed on the day. I know it's expensive, but you've just made that amount of money just for ranking for one keyword in your locational city. So it's important to remember you're not just targeting individuals who already live in the city, but also individuals holidaying in the area. This is why you should get your business ranking in local search results, and also the 7-pack that I get onto in a different presentation because it's a completely different thing. but the methods here will still help you rank in that as well. People are literally looking to get a service, and if you don't show up, you're saying, I'm not good enough, I'm not relevant. If you're not doing it already, you're not creating a brand for your business. You're just some guy who owns a dentist rather than the best dentist in Belfast or Dublin. Because appearing first, that's the initial image your business gives. Even if you're not, for whatever reason it might be, even if you're not, if you appear first, that's the image you give to someone searching, which is what we want. So as you can see, how often consumers use Google to find local businesses. Now I just stuck this little stat in here about Andrew Shafter as a sort of have a look how important it is. So if we just have a quick read through here, 24% never. So a quarter of people never use Google to find local businesses. Without sounding harsh here, these are probably 90% over 60. They don't like the internet, they don't have a computer, they don't have a smartphone, so they're just still using the yellow pages. Everything else is pretty much what we expect. We're looking for here, once a month, in this little bracket here. Almost every day. Generally you don't need a lawyer every day, a dentist every day. So we're not really targeting this 14%. What we're looking at is this bracket here. So between every month and every week, and once a month, or 2 or 3 times a month. So we got over 40% here, 40% of local businesses to show up to consumers. That's the part we're aiming for. And as you can see, this is what they search for. All these slides will be uploaded on my website, so feel free to check that out after if you want to go back and revisit the slideshow. Okay, so enough of the what and the why, and to the how. Now, keywords. This is a huge writing because it is hugely important. Start with less competitive keywords if you are a total beginner. This local SEO presentation is about teaching people how to rank. It's not about telling them to go and hire someone. This is about you learning how to do it yourself. If you are a complete beginner, don't start with really competitive keywords. Don't go jump into the web design London, because that'll take you months, maybe even years to rank for if you don't know what you're doing. Try targeting longer tail keywords like cheap website design in Sutton or something, which still has a few hundred searches per month, and it'll still give you a few targeted leads as well. Or wherever your local suburb happens to be. So for example, if you have a really small county, it might be worth having a long tail county keyword. Or if you have a town just outside where you live that still has a decent population, rank for that instead of your big sort of Cardiff town. Rank for the smaller, well, in this example it would be something like Newport, which is a smaller town, a smaller city just outside Cardiff. And competition is going to be a lot less, so you can rank a lot quicker, and you can start generating clients a lot quicker as well. Okay, so although you might think it's stupid to target something so specific, so if we say cheap web design in Newport, it might only get 50 visits, 50 searches a month, which means the top site is only getting around 30 a month, one a day. That doesn't seem worth it. But it's a lot easier to be number 1 in that position, not top 5, not page 1, number first, for that very specific keyword. And other keyword rankings are not independent. So ranking for a related keyword means you'll increase in other rankings. For example, web design Newport. So ranking for irrelevant keywords is just as bad. Okay, as I put this little meme here. You rank on page 1 for Google, it gets no traffic. What's the point, you know? You can rank for, we could all rank tomorrow for how the hell did I get here in Salisbury, UK? You know, we could rank tomorrow, but it's not worth anything because we don't make any money from it. We don't generate any leads. It's not relevant. Just don't do it. Okay. Okay, so how part 2. Now this is metrics. Rankings isn't everything. Good English. Rankings aren't everything here. More important metric, even from an SEO standpoint, is traffic. More important than that is sales. More important again, profit. Whatever business you are, profit comes first. Obviously there's a number of ways to increase profit which relate back to sales, which relate back to traffic, which relate back to rankings, but make sure you track your individual metrics, not just your rankings. Keep an eye on conversions, and remember, audience. One targeted lead is better than 10,000 random views. Your conversions are going to vary depending on the quality of your traffic. For someone already searching for your business, you should be looking at a conversion rate of about 5%, usually about 2 to 5%. In most local SEO cases, it can be higher. For example, if you have a strong portfolio, good testimonials, good prices, why would they not choose the first result on Google? It's the most relevant. It doesn't make sense not to. I'm not going to get into copywriting or content or conversion optimization today, but just make sure your content is easy to read with direct calls to action, such as contact us for a free quote, blah blah blah. Okay. So before getting started on the actual methods, I want to clear up a few myths. You can rank by being good, relevant, without actually doing any SEO. Now this is the same as saying you can get sales by simply waiting for someone to walk into a blank storefront. Can it happen? Yes. Is it likely? Hell no. Because you can't wait for it to happen. You can't set up a website and simply say, I hope people will naturally link to me, will naturally share my website. If it's not something unique, which very rarely you get a unique product to work with, especially in local SEO, people won't rank to you for the sake of it, so you won't rank for any good keywords. Alright, and next myth, if you like, is SEO is free, cheap, easy. Unfortunately, it's none of these things. What it is though is very profitable and very effective, and one of the highest return on investment marketing strategies you can have. This is why people think it is easy, free, cheap, because if you get your website ranked, it can return 500% return on investments every month. Now, to the average business owner, that sounds like a lie. That sounds incredible. It must be cheap to be able to do that. But the truth is, if you're paying someone £1,000 a month, you're top of Google for maybe something like lawyers in Cardiff. Chances are you're going to get a lot of leads just from that one listing, without any other content or without any other SEO benefits, any other keywords. You're going to get leads through that one ranking, and hence you're going to make a lot of money and a lot of return on investment, probably more than £5,000 a month, hence 500% return on investment. Alright, next one, social signals have no effect on SEO. Okay, not true. Kind of true. It's a difficult one. Social signals have no direct SEO benefit. Google is a control freak, so they're not going to let someone else dictate their website rankings. They're not going to let Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn say, oh, these guys seem really good on our website, I think you should put them high up on yours. They're not going to do that. But they do have other advantages, such as making your website seem more reliable in the eyes of Google, so it will seem more natural. So direct SEO benefits? No. Indirect SEO benefits? Yes. Okay, so there are thousands, literally thousands of myths. Too many to go through now. Ask me at the end if you have any questions, and hopefully I'll be able to answer them. Okay, let's get started on the method, part 1, on page. Now, on-page optimization is one of the easiest and most effective ways to improve your local SEO, as most people don't know anything about it, but this is a quick checklist, and feel free to contact me if this is a bit gibberish to you. So URL, so either your domain name or your extension. So if we take a look at this example, bobthebuilder.co.uk, builder in London. Builder in London, in is a stop word, so Google doesn't actually count it. There's loads of stop words, but for this example we'll just pretend it's not there. So Google sees that as Builder London. Now that's great. We need our keyword in there. If our main primary keyword was builders in London, builder, London, London builder, something like that, this is perfect. Okay, so get your keyword in the URL. Next is title. Now you need to start your title with your main keyword, such as builders in London, then a pipe, then Bob the Builder's building consultancy based in Hackney, London, something for users. The next bit. That's the best way to do it. H1 tags. So remember to put H1 tags around your title if it's not automatically done. If you use WordPress, it should be automatic. If not, just check with your webmaster or check yourself. Images and videos, so multimedia. Put a relevant image or video on your site if possible. Now obviously don't just pull a random YouTube video with your keyword on it, because you don't want to promote a competitor or just have a random video on your site. Make something yourself. Just a quick 1-2 minute video will be fine, or you can just pay someone. It should only be 50, 100 quid to do it, and you can put that on YouTube. Might get a few views for itself, might rank for itself, and you can put all the relevant keywords in, put it in your site. It looks good, it improves the user experience of your site because people love videos. If you're just going with images, remember to put relevant alt tags. So this is my next point. Relevant alt and title tags on your images. So when you input an image to, say you're using WordPress, you would have the option to describe it. I think there's a caption, and then the other two is a title and an alt tag. So you need to ensure that your alt tags and your title are your keywords. I usually just whack my primary keywords in there, and it's usually fine. Next is you need to link out to an authority site or 2 or 3, whatever's relevant. Don't overdo it, but if you can get 2-3 relevant links that aren't going to lose you traffic, so aren't too interesting, do that. For example, Wikipedia, or the most popular page in your niche. So if you are a financial advisor, you might have to do the FS page. Can't remember which one it is, but that big company, or just an information to a .gov site about financing, something like that. And the rest. So the rest is site load speed, social share buttons, reduced bounce rate, long tail keywords, and descriptive content. So basically, the first 6 things account for 80% of the on page, and the last, what's that? The rest is only 20%. So as long as you get the first 6 right, it's fine. Then you need to consider things like how long visitors stay on your site for, how quickly your site loads. That's to do with hosting. Long tail keywords, so you can rank for latent semantic indexing, so that sort of keywords, LSI. But don't worry about that if you're a complete beginner. Just get the first 6 checklist. Alright, so the method part 2. Now, this is not the good type of naps that we all love. This is the SEO type. So a nap is simply where your business name, address, and phone number is all listed in one place. So also known as a citation or a reference, one of those usually. So you need to keep all your citations the same. Do not make it different whatever you do. If you've never included a county in any citation you've put, don't include it now. If you've always included, 88 to 92, street road, then put that in. If you've always put street the entire word, put that in. If you've always used ST, the abbreviation, do that. It doesn't matter what it is, just keep it exactly the same for all of your naps and you will be fine. Okay, so naps continue. It's also great if you can get a few more pieces of information in your nap listings or your citations, such as your website. So we get a nice little backlink to our site from a relevant directory usually. Your logo, which is good for branding. Industry keywords, so Google knows what your page is about. Pictures, just of you or the business or anything just to build trust. Reviews, this is becoming an increasing ranking factor, but if you can get a couple of reviews, it's always positive. Even bad reviews are fine. You can learn what you need to do better from a business point of view. And connected social accounts, so people can go and see you're actually a big business, a brand, even if you are only in a small town location. So before we go any further, take a minute and think of the 3 sites you could get a nap from today. So where you could go in, submit your name, business name, address and phone number, and get a nap within 2 minutes. Hopefully a few spring to mind straight away. If not, we're going to take a look at a perfect nap for now. But this is a few examples. There are hundreds, if not thousands of places you can get a nap from. but these are the most popular. A few of them are American because I did nick this image from Google, but most of them are related to us. So yeah, think of them. Go and find your own as well. Just needs a bit of research. So I'm taking a look at this. This is a perfect nap. So this is Yale.com. So we all know and love it. We've got our business name, Owen Engineering Limited. We've got our address, it's in Cardiff, and our telephone number. Now, what's good about this is we also have the visit website page. So that's great. Natural looking link as well. We also have the logo in the top right corner. There's a few social buttons, but not his social accounts, but that's not the end of the world. We've got the industries listed, so about us down there. Ratings and reviews. We've got the photos, and it's just a very solid nap. We've got the map listing as well, forgot about that one. But it's just a very solid nap. So this means you get visibility. You're going to get some rankings from the site itself, because Yale is very authoritative, and you're going to get some traffic. So if anyone actually searches plumbers in Cardiff, this guy appears first, so he doesn't need to appear first in Google if the individual has decided to search in Yale. If that makes sense. So if you're a business owner, you need to spend some time on SEO. Getting naps is the most effective way. So make sure you go and get some naps. Okay, next part. Why naps rock? So huge ranking factor for local SEO. Nowadays, if you don't have any naps, you won't rank for local search terms just because Google doesn't trust you. They rank on their own business for industry terms. For example, this was this listing itself where we saw the Owen Engineering. He was first on Yale. Yale Plumbers Cardiff ranks on page 1. So chances are he's going to get a lot of views to his site just because he comes up first in Yale. It was a paid listing, but I think they're only £100, and if you're in a tough industry in a big city, definitely worth it. Okay, so the method part 3, links. Now links are the power behind an SEO campaign. A link from a different website that links back to your website. It's called a backlink. I know, good name. So what you need to do is just look for relevant links. Now, a few ideas. Forums, don't spam, because forums you're generating traffic more than links, but you also get a few links as well, which is good for brand management. Directories, again, very good. You also get your NAP listing. This is where I recommend everyone starts. Press releases, where relevant. So if you have a new service or running an offer or a campaign, submit to a paid press release. I think PR Web is a good one. Use that one. Or buy links. But with this, you need to be so careful. I wouldn't recommend it for anyone just beginning with SEO, just because you can find yourself getting spammed, bad links, or just links that don't work and you're just wasting them. Okay. So method for the rest. So the top 3 account for about 80% of all rankings. So that's on-page, links, and naps. The remaining account for about 20%, if not under. These are social signals, but again, not them themselves, just in terms of managing your brand. Site health, so again, site speed, bounce rate, HTTPS. That's site security. So users personalization, you can't do anything about this. If a user is searching for somewhere in google.com, maybe his IP address is in Spain or something, they're not going to show up your listings in Cardiff, UK, because it would be a lot less relevant. And like I just mentioned, geo settings. Again, so it's not going to be relevant for someone in Spain if they're searching for a plumber in Cardiff to get Owen Engineering listed. They might have spelt something wrong, or they might mean a Cardiff, a tiny local area in Spain. I know there's not many Cardiffs in Spain, but you know. And this must be true because I have a pie chart. I'll just let you guys look at this. I'm not going to go through it because I've already gone through it before, but this shows what I've been talking about in this presentation. As you can see, external local signals, NAPs, on-page signals, business signals, review signals, social signals. If you take on-page signals for 21%, so that's huge, you need to get that right. Like I said, NAPs. and then also naps again in a 15.5% external local signals. So get started on naps first if you're still unsure about the whole broad SEO. Alright, method part 5. This is not really a part itself, but it's just something I'm going to mention. It's Google+. Now, my opinions of Google+ are pretty much summed up with the word meh, but as it's Google in the name, you know it's going to be important. So we're going to have to sign up for an account, list and verify the business. This gives a huge credit boost to your business. It also has a verified listing, so they'll send you a little postcard. Use the page as often as you can. I know this can be painful to do, but just keep trying to do it on a semi-personal and relevant basis. If you can get a few direct links to your Google Plus page, this looks awesome as well in the eyes of Google itself, the search engine. But again, Google Plus can be painful. You're just going to have to try and do it as much as you can. As long as you have a verified listing with a link to your website and a correct NAP, that'll be fine. Okay. A few warnings just before we finish up. Do not have duplicate content on your site. This is it's called the Panda update. If you do, your website will decrease in rankings. You'll receive a penalty from Google. So just have a quick look through your site. Make sure you're not saying the same thing on every page, or same description of products is quite a common one, or same titles as well. That's big. The second one is over optimization. So for example, I've given you the Bob the Builder example here, so don't go overboard with your over optimization. By this I mean, do not put builders in London, I'm Bob the Builder, I'm a builder in London, we build buildings for people in London. Now something like that is pretty terrible, and you don't think anyone would write it, but quite a high percentage of people actually do, and you do obviously receive a penalty from Google for over optimization. So to be honest, I used to do a bit of this as well. It's not as effective as it used to be with the new Google changes. Get an extra 10, 12 naps instead of writing your keyword over and over again. It's more long term and it's more natural. Alright, that is everything I think, guys. Yeah, the end. So thanks for watching. If you want to give me a contact regarding local SEO services I offer, or have any questions about the presentation, contact emails up here. Also my Twitter's there and my blog. I do offer an extensive SEO local package, including everything we covered today and quite a bit more. So yeah, and if you wanted to hire me as a speaker for a networking event or just an introduction to SEO, you can follow that link. If not, thanks for watching and have a nice day.